I'm Matthew McKibbin. Welcome to Bedtime Stories. Thank you for liking my previous bedtime story episode. Appreciate all the support. So today I'm back with another bedtime story video, and I'm going to read to you all 3 Dr. Seuss stories. And the first one is Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss. Up, pop, pop is up. Pop, cup, pop, pop and cup. Pop, cup, cup on pup. Mouse, house, mouse on house. House, mouse, house on mouse. All tall, we all are tall. All small, we all are small. All ball, we all play ball. Ball, wall, up on a wall. All fall, fall off the wall. Day, play, we play all day. Night, fight, we fight all night. He, me, he is after me. Him, Jim, Jim is after him. C, B, we see a bee. C, B, 3, now we see 3. 3, tree, 3 fish in a tree. Fish in a tree, how can that be? Red, red, they call me Red. Red, bed, I am in bed. Red, Ned, Ted, and Ned in bed. Pat, Pat, they call him Pat. Pat sat on hat. Pat, cat, Pat sat on cat. Pat, bat, Pat sat on bat. No, Pat, no, don't sit on that. Sad, bad, dad, bad hat. Dad is sad, very, very sad. He had a bad day. What a day Dad had. Ding, ding, what is that thing? Ding, sing, that thing can sing. Song, long, a long, long song. Goodbye, thing, you sing too long. Walk, walk, we like to walk. Walk, talk, we like to talk. Hop, pop, we like to hop. We like to hop on top of Pop. Stop, you must not hop on Pop. Mr. Brown, Mrs. Brown, Mr. Brown upside down. Pup, up, Brown down, Pup is down, where is Brown? Where is Brown? There is Brown. Brown, Mr. Brown is out of town. Back, black. Brown came back. Brown came back with Mr. Black. Snack, snack. Eat a snack. Eat a snack with Brown and Black. Jump, bump. He jumped, he bumped. Fast, past. He went past fast. Went, tent, sent. He went into the tent, I sent him out of the tent. Wet, get. 2 dogs get wet. Help, yelp, they yelp for help. Hill, will. Will went uphill. Will, hill, still. Will is uphill still. Father, mother, sister, brother. That one is my other brother. My brother read a little bit, like little words like if and it. My father can read big words too, like Constantinople and Timbuktu. Say, what does this say? Ask me tomorrow, but not today. Wow, what you think of that? Seemed like that Pop didn't enjoy those two kids hopping on top of him. And most of those words kind of sound alike, except they're kind of different. So, our next story is Marvin K. Mooney, Will You Please Go Now? By Dr. Seuss. The time has come. The time has come. The time is now. Just go, go, go. I don't care how. You can go by foot. You can go by cattle. Marvin K. Mooney, will you please go now? You can go on skis. You can go on skis. You can go in a hat. But please go, please. I don't care if you can go by bike. You can go on a Zeit bike if you like. If you like, you can go in an old blue shoe. Just go, go, go. Please do, do, do. Marvin K. Mooney, I don't care how. Marvin K. Mooney, will you please go now? You can go on stilts. You can go by fish. You can go in a crunk car if you wish. If you wish, you may go by lion's tail, or stamp yourself and go by mail. Marvin K. Mooney, don't you know the time has come to go, go, go? Get on your way. Please, Marvin K., you might like going in a Zumblezay. You can go by balloon, or broomstick, or you can go by camel in a brew drawer. You can go by bumble boat or jet. I don't care how you go, just get. Get yourself a gazoom. You can go with a boom. Marvin, 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 will you leave this room? Marvin K. Mooney, I don't care how. Marvin K. Mooney, will you please go now? I said go and go, and I meant the time had come, so Marvin went. Wow, what did you think of that? It almost looked like that Marvin was judged by the big guy telling him to go, go. But there are other ways that you could move, like go on an airplane to visit another state. Hot air balloons. Let's see. You can go by cars. There's all kinds of things that you could explore around the world if you choose to, which I know you will. So, our final story for today is Oh Say Can You Say by Dr. Seuss. Said a book reading parrot named Hooey. The words in this book are all fooey. When you say them, your lips will make slips and backflips, and your tongue may end up in a St. Louis. Do you like fresh fish? It's just fine at Vinny's Diner. Vinny also has some fresher fish that's fresher and much finer. But his best fish is his freshest fish, and Vinny says with pride, the finest fish at Vinny's is my freshest fish, French fried. So don't order the fresh or the fresher fish at Vinny's. If you're wise, you'll say, fetch me the finest, French fried freshest fish that Vinny fries. We have a dinosaur named Din. Din's thin, Din doesn't have much skin, and the bones fall out of his left front shin. Then we have to call in Piner Blinn, who comes with his handy shin pin bin, and with a thin Blinn shin bone pin, Blinn pins Din's shin bones right back in. Bed spreaders spreads on beds. Bread spreaders spread butters on breads. And that bed spreader better watch out how he's spreading, or that bread spreader's sure going to butter his bedding. Ape cakes, grape cakes. As he gobbled the cakes on his plate, the greedy ape said as he ate, the greener green grapes are, the keener keen apes are. To gobble green grape cakes. They're great. Are you having trouble in saying this stuff? It's really quite easy for me. I just look in my mirror and I see what I say. And then I just say what I see. Now let's talk about money. You should leave your grox home. When you travel by air, if you take him along, they charge double the fare. And your grox must be packed and locked up in a grox box, which costs much, much more than a little old fox box. So it's heaps a lot cheaper to fly with your foxes than waste all that money on boxes for groxes. And what do you think costs more, a simple thimble or a single shingle? A simple thimble could cost less than a single shingle would, I guess. So I think that the single shingle should cost more than the simple thimble would. If you like to eat potato chips and chew pork chops on clipper ships, I suggest that you chew a few chips and a chomp at Skipper Zip's clipper ship chip chop shop. And if your tongue is getting queasy, don't give up. The next one's easy. There are so many things that you really should know, and that's why I'm bothering you telling you so. You should know the first names of the Budnutter brothers, who like to pile each on the heads of the others. If you start at the top, there are Bipper and Bud, and Skipper and Jipper, and Jeffrey and Judd, Horatio, Horace and Hendrix and Hud, and then come Dinwoody and Ditty and Dud, also Fitzsimon and Frederick and Bud, and Slinky and Stinky and Stuart and Stud, and down at the bottom is poor Lil Lud, but if Lud ever sneezes, his name will be Mud. Quack, quack. We have two ducks, one blue, one black, and when our blue duck goes quack, quack, our black duck quickly quacks quack. The quack's blue quacks makes her quite a quacker, but black is a quicker quacker backer. And speaking of quacks, reminds me of cracks and stacks and sacks, and shacks and shanacks. So, oh say can you say, I have cracks in my shack, I have smoke in my stack, and I think there's a snack in the sack on my back. West Beast, East Beast. Upon an island hard to reach, the East Beast sits upon his beach. Upon the west beach sits the west beast. Each beach beast thinks he's the best beast. Which beast is best? Well, I thought at first that the east was the best and the west was the worst. Then I looked again from the west to the east, and I liked the beast on the east beach least. Pete pats pigs. Pete Briggs pats pigs. Briggs pats pink pigs. Briggs pats big pigs. Don't ask me why, it doesn't matter. Pete Briggs is a pink pig, big pig patter. Pete Briggs pats his big pink pigs all day. Don't ask me why, I cannot say. Then Pete puts his patted pigs away, and his Pete Briggs of pink pigs, big pigs, pig pen. Fritz food. Fritz needs Fred and Fred needs Fritz. Fritz feeds Fred and Fred feeds Fritz. Fred feeds Fritz with Ritzy Fred food. Fritz feeds Fred with Ritzy Fritz food. And Fritz, when fed, has often said, I'm a Fred-fed Fritz. Fritz a Fritz-fed Fred. How to tell a glotz to a glotz? Well, the glotz you will notice, has lots of black spots. The clocks is quite different, with lots of black dots. But the big problem is that the spots on the glotz are about the same size as the dots on the clocks. So you first have to spot who the one with the dots is, then it's easy to tell who the clocks or the glotz is. What would you rather be when you grow up? A cop in a cop's cap, or a cupcake cook in a cupcake cook caps? Or a flapjack flapper in a flapjack cap? Or if you think that you don't like cops caps, flapjack flappers, or cupcake cook caps, maybe you're one of those choosy champs who likes cookie caps perhaps. More about Blinn. Well, when Blinn comes home tired from his work pinning shins, the happiest hour of old Blinn's days begin. Mr. Blinn is the father of musical twins, who, tucking twin instruments under twin chins, lure their daddy to sleep with twin Blinn violins. And oh say can you say, far away in Berlin, a musical urchin named Gretchen von Schwinn has a blue-footed, true-footed, trick-fingered, slick-fingered, six-fingered, six-stringed tin Schwinn mandolin. Rope soap? Hoop soap. If you hope to watch soup off a rope, simply scrub it with scrope. Scrope is so strong that no rope is too long. But if you should wish to wash soup off a hoop, I suggest that it's best to let your whole silly souped up hook soak in Soapy Cooper's Super Soup Off Hoops Soak Sets. Merry Christmas, Mush. One year we had a Christmas brunch with Merry Christmas Mush to munch. But I don't think you'd care for such. We didn't like to munch much. And speaking of Christmas, here are some great gifts to give to your daddy. If your daddy's name is Jim, and if Jim swims, And if Jim's slim, the perfect Christmas gift for him is a set of Slim Jim swim fins. But if your daddy's name is Dwight, and he likes to look at birds at night, the gift for Dwight might be right, is a bright Dwight bird flight night sight light. But never give your daddy a walrus. A walrus with whiskers is not a good pet, and a walrus which whispers is worse even yet. When a walrus limps whispers through tough, rough, wet whiskers, your poor daddy's ear will get blisters and bliskers. And that's almost enough of such stuff for one day. One more and you're finished. Oh, say, can you say? The storm starts when the drops start dropping. When the drops stop dropping, then the storm starts stopping. Wow, what you think of that? Those are interesting things to discover in that one. So, yeah, there are a lot of creatures and ideas probably from that book. Thank you for tuning in for today's bedtime story episode. And for what Shelley Duvall said, when you write stories, you can make believe anything. And when you dream, you can make believe anything too. So, hope you all have sweet dreams and hope to see you next time.